Hello all and welcome back. It's a nice day in the first couple of days of spring. This is the newest member of, well, the family, I guess. My mom got a little doggy. She's a female and her name is Peppy. Peppy, you come here, you adorable little ball of fur. She likes to rummage around the garden and eat all the flowers and make a mess, and you know what dogs do. So yeah, let's see what we can do for today, and leave the ball of fur to whatever it is she does here. To the shed. So let's melt something and make something. I was recently introduced by Ian Matthews to Johnny Björkdahl. He's from Sweden, and I saw a video of him melting some old pewter like this, which is basically tin, and casting some ingots. And he used a very easy setup, a small electric furnace that he put outside, and just put a big pan on and just melted down all the pieces. Now I don't have a lot of big pieces. I have this small thing and a tiny little dish and some spoons. One is missing because I already melted that. I also melted a smaller version of this into this hexagon shape. I did that on a live stream and that got quite some bubbles, so I'm going to be remelting that. And one of the spoons became basically 1.5 coins, basically the leftovers from this became, and the spoon became these two. So I'm going to be remelting those into some ingot shapes. And because I saw Johnny's video, I was reminded that I still had the stuff, and I thought, well, let's just melt some pewter. I also acquired, this is a weight from a, I think it was a waffle iron, and this is cast iron, like my mold. But it's kind of ingot shaped. It has sloped edges on all sides. It's not that neat. I will grind away at this for a bit to make it look better and then fill up this hole. And how I'm going to be making that into a mold, I recently during dumpster diving found a packet of clay. And this is actual clay, because I also found some cooking stuff that was completely hardened and that wasn't clay. Now I'm going to try to mold the clay and get this ingot shape in there and then cast into the clay. If that turns out to be a disaster, then there's this ingot mold, and maybe I'll retry some of the superheroes and the game controllers, and there's also the Lego ones, and I don't yet have a really big Lego man, so you can kind of tell by the size of my hand. This is a big Lego man ingot, so I could also try those. But first thing is first, I'm going to get the grinder out and see if I can get this into a slightly better shape and make it somewhat smoother than this. So I may have gone a bit overboard with this. I went back to 180 grit and now put on 40. These discs were already messed up, so these are all old and I will throw these away. 320 basically became a big mess. And then you notice that there's like small dimples in there, but for the most part it is now smooth and very much ingot shaped, except for the hole. I didn't do the back because that will be the back of the ingot, so this part will be open. doesn't really matter. I'll fill this hole up with clay and get something over there to smooth it out, and see if I can make a decent impression in the clay. Right, so I put a plank on my bench here, slightly smoother and better work surface. I might keep using this. This seems handy. Right, let's get this open. So I have no idea about. Oh, there's even more plastic. This is probably going to be a one-time use. I have no idea. I'll just knead this a bit and get it a bit warm. It came with this little wooden dowel, probably to like roll it smooth, which actually works pretty well. Yeah, let's have a go here. First, let's try to fill up this hole here. Not sure if that will even work, but we're gonna try anyways. That's probably not gonna stick. Need something else for that. Maybe I'll just do it in reverse, kind of like. Oh, that's not supposed to come off. Maybe I should make tiny wooden frames, like this big only. Would be handy for casting really small things like coins or this ingot. Quickly slap this together and basically just eyeballed it. Let's see what we can get out of this. I measured so that this would fit exactly and there'd be some room left. I can always take it apart, it's just made out of scraps, and make these bits a bit bigger. I basically took the width of the board for this. So yeah, see if this will work in here. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Pouring in here is going to be quite difficult. I'm going to get my little cast iron pan and melt some of the spoons. Alright, here we go. Let's get some of these spoons in there. Broken piece. Let's just melt them all. Probably just bend them. That's probably handier. Fit in there and not fall out or break them. There we go. Let's add these. Oh, that wasn't very smart. Looking good, looking good. Let's move this aside. Oop, and flowing over. Crap, shouldn't have done the last bit. That smells weird. Quickly cast a Lego man. Or a couple. Don't solidify, no. Meh. Oh well, just experiment. Now how to get this out. Oh, not bad. Ooh, this is hot. Yeah, not the best results. Although the clay looks fine. Kinda got baked. Not really that hot. I wonder if I can knead it back into something useful. Interesting approach, this. I'm going to be remelting this, of course. Let's add the hexagon that I made to this and see if that will be enough for a big Lego man. Might not be. We'll see. Let's get this aside. I will revisit this off camera for some experiments, and if I come up with something worthy of showing, then I'll film it. But for now, let's make a big Lego man. This might not be enough. Quick bubbling. Let's give this a few minutes. Let's have a look. Oh, this is heavy. It is also hot. Oh, this is actually not bad. Tapping the thing actually helped. Wow. Here's a small dent on his belly. Probably, I don't know, some shrinkage, but not much. This actually came out pretty good. I'm going to carefully grab him by his feet. There we go. Let's give him a bath. Bucket is still over here. All kinds of stuff here that I'm going to be scrapping out soon. This is actually very good. Tiny little dimple on the belly, but this came out way better than I expected. Maybe the tapping of the mold helped get the bubbles out. I was expecting, because it bubbled here, that it would have shrinkage at the legs. It even stands. Just to measure this up, there we go. This is a lead one that I made some time ago, so you can kind of see the size difference. This is about the actual size of a Lego man. I think it's slightly smaller, but yeah, this is pretty cool. A Lego man ingot, and this is actually quite a decent size. So I'm gonna try to make a couple out of zinc. That might end up being nice. And that I might even get so smooth on the backside that I can like stamp it even. Maybe do some giveaways. Let's make a couple more. Got some more pewter to melt. Time for this one. From the inside out. Might not have been the best idea. Let's try a slightly different approach. Here we go again. Again, bubbles at the legs. Don't overfill. Slightly fatter than the previous one. let's let this cool down for a few minutes. The backside got full of bubbles. The head and the feet seem fine, but it's the middle part that got all the bubbles. But hopefully the front part is going to be okay. Let's see if this will come out. I hope it's completely solid. It's been, I don't know, 10 minutes. Oh, that actually looks good. Small dimple in the chest again, but this actually looks very, very good. There we go. Oh, even the bottom of the feet is more shiny. Slightly unbalanced though. I think the spoons may have had some different type of pewter in there. Maybe the spoons were a combination of pewter and lead. I don't know. Tin and lead, I mean. Let's flatten this a bit to make it a bit more easy to melt. There you go, this might actually be enough. Get the little pieces. No, it's gonna be a thin one. Again, bubbles at the feet. Keep tapping this one a bit longer. Pop the bubble. Oh, the bubble solidified, great. More bubble. Seems to be solidifying quite fast compared to other batches. This has probably cooled down quite a lot before I started pouring. And they're still solid, still liquid. Well, let's give this a few minutes. Right, been a few minutes. Let's see if this comes out in one piece. If it's halfway decent. Oh, it has a belly button. Yeah, not the cable on there. No. Yeah. It's weird how the third attempt is like the least good. I don't know. Let's remelt this one and make a few small ones. Well, wow, exactly 8. Tiny sliver left. These will probably solidify quite a lot faster than, yeah, some of them are already solid. Huge bubble there, again at the legs. If they want to come out. There we go. A whole army. So nowhere near as good as the big ones, but fun little ingots. Here are some lead ones that I made. This is the one I made out of battery lead, and these are, I think these were old fish lead, and yeah, that one got so many bubbles. He looks like I don't know, like a zombie. So yeah. Nice little Lego army. I'm gonna place these little Lego men on my ingot shelf and call it a day. This has dragged on long enough for this video. I think I've been filming for close to 2 hours now, and I got a hell of a lot of editing ahead of me. So yeah, check out Johnny Björkdahl. I'll put a link in the description and at the end of the video. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next one.